Hi, Jen. Thank you for joining me on the couch today for tea time.
Of course, wouldn't miss it.
What do you have there in your tea cup?
I've got a little bit of the jade citrus mint this afternoon. I didn't need a huge caffeine boost. It's a beautiful day outside. How about you?
Well, I'm going hardcore as usual with the Earl Grey because, I feel like
it's a boost.
My day really kicks into high gear in the late afternoon with kid activities and dinner. So I kind of need that extra
You can handle it.
shot. Yeah, I can handle it.
Well, thanks for having me.
Cheers, my friend.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you have had a fantastic start to the year.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
Lots of things going on here.
So many snaps for Jen. Snaps for Jen.
Busy.
Indeed. You recently placed an assistant general counsel with one of our clients, a Fortune 500 organization, and I wanted just to talk a little bit about that and learn more about the process and the challenges and what the outcome was.
Yeah, absolutely. So that was really interesting. It was, like I said, it was a really exciting placement. We have a really good relationship with that company in particular, and their deputy general counsel is someone who we've had a relationship with for a long time. And that was particularly a great relationship. We were able to have an exclusive right to that search, which I think helps us develop a lot of trust with the client, as well as generate some excitement and buzz with the candidates who know that this is we have exclusive rights to the search. They're very serious about hiring right now, as well as that special relationship with the client. They're able to take some hard feedback from us. They're listening to us. They are very serious and engaged and very responsive. So that was really helpful, particularly on this search that had a few things with it that were a little tricky.
Absolutely. I definitely feel like those exclusive searches and the retained searches as well, you're just in so much more, it feels like so much more of a partnership.
Right. Absolutely.
And I know internally, we really prioritize those just because of the speed at which they move and the rapport and transparency we're able to have with those clients. Right. So you mentioned that there were a few challenges. Tell us more about those.
Yeah, I think one of the big challenges with this one is the location of their offices was outside of Atlanta, almost a solid hour outside of Atlanta.
Wow.
And our main talent pool really was pulling from Atlanta, even though we looked at areas, more rural areas outside of Atlanta. That's really where our primary focus was, to get the best talent. And, they have a very traditional workplace, and I think trying to encourage them to be more flexible about a work from home situation, more of a hybrid situation, was a little difficult for them. So in their initial search, it was more of they wanted them in the office 5 days a week. We went out to the talent pool. Our response was not as good with that, and had to go back and give them that feedback. And the second piece of that really was the looking at what the salaries are in the marketplace right now, particularly with what law firms are paying, trying to be competitive with an in-house search, and particularly with one, as we were talking about earlier, just with in-house searches in general, a lot of the people stay there for a long time, and if they're not as up to date with what the market is keeping up with, they really have to go back and take the pulse of what's going on in the marketplace and look at that again. We had to really give them some hard data points to look at, to reevaluate what they were looking to pay for this position, to get the top talent that they wanted.
So they had a very challenging location. They wanted not a corporate generalist, but someone who was highly specialized and really could only be found at this level, I think, from a law firm, more or less. And they had a very traditional setup in terms of they expected the person to be in 5 days a week. And of course, we're in a highly competitive market.
Absolutely.
Where everyone is demanding flexibility and salaries are skyrocketing, and we had a gap there too.
Right. And we'd seen that, all of these things people can make all of these accommodations and it can work.
Right. So what was that conversation like with your client in terms of facing these roadblocks that you're running into, and how were you able to have a frank conversation with them and move the needle on a lot of those things to make a successful placement?
Yeah, I think that the important thing was exactly what we were talking about, that we do have that level of relationship, and they have that respect for us too, that we were able to present them with hard facts of this is what it looks like, this is the level of talent you can get for this, and then if not, you're going to have to drop some of your standards or what you want and you can find someone, you know, more at this level.
Sure.
You're not going to get everything you want. But luckily, in the end, they were able to make the accommodations that we recommended, and they were able to get absolutely their ideal candidate. So
raise the salary, offered flexibility.
Right.
And I think that the salary was changed a lot.
Yes, it was significant. It was significant.
Quite significant.
And they were able to get a candidate that really and truly met every one of their criteria. And the candidate also, you know, it was a win for the candidate as well, because it was, quite frankly, the type of job that they had been looking for, that they could see themselves in for a long time, and getting out of a law firm situation. So it ended up being a win for everyone, but it took a minute for us all to get there.
Well, great work, Jen.
Thank you so
Cheers
much.
to our candidate. Cheers to our client.
Tea time success.
Tea
Thanks
time
for having me.
success.
I hope to have lots of more successes.
You're
to
welcome back
report.
on the couch anytime.
Thanks so much.